Definitely not how we wanted to open up the second half of the season by any means, Odd Shopper Crew. So we appreciate you still rolling with us because we were making you money at least up until the All-Star break. Last night, 1 and 2. We're back. 3 more yes or no run first inning plays. I'm Eytan at Stacks Teddy 2X's on Twitter. Hit the thumbs up button, please. Really, make sure you're subscribed here more so than anything else. You don't want to miss any of our pieces of content that are coming out on a daily basis, not just baseball, but everything. You never know what Ben Ross's sharp play of the day is going to be. So if you're subscribed and you hit the notification bell, you're not going to miss anything, including what we have for you at BetMGM, which is still rolling this bankroll builder, free money out there for you. Now, speaking of BetMGM, let's jump into our first play of the yes or no run first inning tonight. And we're going to start with the Padres and the Mets. So getting to that, and the reason why, as you see on the ticket, we're going yes run first inning, taking advantage of that plus money. Look, on the surface, it's wild, right? It's crazy to go up against Max Scherzer and Yu Darvish in the same game. But hear me out, all right? Yeah, the return of Scherzer is exactly as expected. He's given up just 3 earned runs over the 3 games since he's been back for the Mets. But when you start to look at New York, they average a league-leading 0.84 runs per first inning at home. That's better than anybody in baseball. That's number 1 in all of baseball right now. So, yes, they go up against Yu Darvish, but it's going to take even more than you, and I'll explain why, to overcome the fact that it's a 0.84 run per first inning advantage at Citi Field. So, Darvish comes off a road start against the Dodgers, where he gave up a run in the first, as he has now in 3 of his 8 starts away from San Diego. Point being is that this is not somebody who's been lights out, blanking everybody. In this specific category, we have seen an opening for Darvish, and then you add the fact that the Mets are the best in baseball in taking advantage of early openings against opposing pitchers, and it starts to make sense where you would lean more towards a first inning run here. So even though the Padres are probably going to have to sit this one out, unfortunately, because they're going up against Scherzer and he's on a roll here, even still at 0.29 runs per first inning on the road, it's not great by any means, but they give up, on top of Darvish and his 3 of 8 starts on the road, as a team overall, starting pitching for the Padres, giving up 0.5 runs per first inning while traveling. Even Odd Shopper has the Mets as a heavy favorite here, minus 150 to win the first inning. Scoring chances, that's what the Mets create better than anybody in the first inning. And yet, Yu Darvish on the hill, I get it, but at plus money here, this is where we want to jump in more so than anything else and take advantage of the fact that the combined recent history of Darvish on the road with what the Mets do in creating scoring opportunities at home, you better believe it. Now, this thing is still up here for you. It's right below me, right? That link has been here for you, and we want you to take advantage of it. And if you're not, then I don't even know what more to say here. Free money, free money, free money. You have to say things 3 times in order for the human brain to connect with it, all right? So you're getting free money at BetMGM. All you need to do is sign up below. You can click that link, or you can use our promo code, OSNRFI, Odd Shopper, no run first inning. It's abbreviated for you to make it easy. You sign up, deposit at least $10, bet that 10 on any baseball game. Doesn't matter, win or lose, $200 right back into your account. Again, I don't know why you're not taking advantage of this if you're interested in betting, and you can do anything you want with that free money, but we strongly suggest you follow our pieces of content on here. Again, take that and put it all on Ben Ross's sharp play of the day or whatever else you want to find here from anything that we have, baseball, UFC, college football, NFL futures, whatever you want. There's going to be some sort of lean and piece of information to take advantage of. Free money at BetMGM. Why not? Now, speaking of which, let's go back already here. The first play on the board is, yes, there will be a run in the first inning for the Padres Mets game. Let's go to the Cubs Phillies game. South Philly, weather heating up a little bit. I don't think you're going to make the same argument for the Chicago Cubs, despite them getting a win, mind you, against the Mets to close out the first part of the season. That win against the Mets stopped the 9-game losing streak. So Chicago is just not playing well overall. We get that. We know that. Here's the thing, though, about the Cubs. They do perform well in the first inning, and they have performed well on the road, averaging 0.57 runs per first inning away from Wrigley. That's top 10 in baseball, but in each of their last 3 games, they've been blanked. Now, here's the tricky part that I think people are going to overlook where we can take advantage tonight in this game. As far as a no-run first inning play, Justin Steele takes the hill for the Cubbies. Not great overall when you look at the numbers there. The K rate, though, not terrible, 22%, just under that. So the ability to get some Ks, we know the Phillies are vulnerable at that spot, but it's the first time Steele is facing this Phillies team. So with that said, the advantage is going to lie with Steele for the first inning. First 3, maybe not so much. First 5, absolutely not. Once the Phillies get a crack at him 1 or 1.5 times through. First inning's not going to happen, though. So this is predicated on Justin Steele having the advantage of being the pitcher on this matchup first time through. Kyle Gibson, we know that K rate is not anywhere near a healthy one by any means, and he's pitching to contact way more than not. But look, he's given up a first inning run in just 2 of his 9 starts at home. That's it. Even OddsShopper just gives the Phillies this slight little edge to win the first inning at home, but to win the first inning against a Chicago Cubs team that's just bad overall, at least. So think of that, where the scoring opportunities are just not going to be there for Philadelphia. And we know the matchup with Gibson favoring him, at least against Chicago, opens some things up here. But that's really it when you start to look at just the difference, at least, between Steele not facing at all this team before and Gibson, who has successfully, especially at home, successfully pitched to contact in the first inning, only giving up a run in the first in 2 of his 9 starts. So that's game 2. Let's go to 3. I don't know what it is about Cleveland. We cannot quit Cleveland. I don't know how often you would hear that phrase, but there is something about the Guardians. Now, to be fair, every time we go back to Cleveland, it doesn't work well for us. And every time we get out, right? But in this case, we're going, yes, there will be a run in the first inning for the Cleveland Guardians Chicago White Sox game. How do we get there? It's simple. Guardians, one of baseball's best teams when it comes to giving up runs per first inning. They only, when you look at the listing of it, give up 0.43 average on the road. That's still pretty, that's like a decent number, though. 0.43 is not 0.2. It's not like 0.18 where the Tigers don't score at all on the road. So the White Sox adding into this equation before we get to the pitchers, of course, because, when you look at the ranking or the listing of the Guardians, well, they only top 10, but they give up 0.43, which is enough to where you would need good pitching to mitigate that. You add the White Sox, they're awful. They give up 0.73 runs per first inning to visitors. That's second worst in all of baseball. So now we look at this and think it would take a significantly better pitching matchup to mitigate that. Is it going to be Cal Quantrill versus Lucas Giolito? No. And here's why. Giolito has been feast or famine, as I put in the written piece earlier today about this. K rate's 27.1%, but the ERA north of 4.6, 4.69 to be exact. And on top of that, he's given up a first inning run in 3 of his 6 home starts this year. The White Sox are averaging 0.39 runs per first inning at home, but they're at a clip of 0.67 over their last 3. And then you look at the Guardians averaging 0.52 runs per first inning on the road. And we know that they were on a tear with that 2 run per first inning average. But still, I'm just looking at the scoring opportunities here across the board. And then when you add that in, the difference between the two, if you just go back, follow me here on the innings page, the difference between the two should not be 5 points. There should not be a gap of only yes minus 110, no minus 115. And in fact, I would argue with the recent season trends that we've seen, as well as the current pitching matchup tonight, that yes should actually be the favorite here. But this is what we have. This is what I would call an error, maybe an oversight, and it's something that we definitely want to take advantage of And that's the purpose of this, identifying some value here. So those are your tickets right there. Put them all together if you like, but we're just putting them in individually, and we'll go from there as far as, the return of at least the 2-1, if not the 3-0. We always aim for the sweep. Yes, Mets game. No, Phillies game. Yes, White Sox game. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, be a part of the Odd Shopper community, and take advantage of this free money at BetMGM. Tell your friends, go to a party and make some money for some people. Be that popular person. Who knows what it will do, especially in a social setting for you. Click the link below. Use our promo code OSNRFI. There you go. You don't even have to watch me again. You can just tell people about the promo code. And then when you sign up, deposit at least $10 at BetMGM. When you do, bet on any baseball game. Doesn't matter. Win or lose. This is what I love. Win or lose, $200 right back into your account. We're back with 3 more yes or no run first inning plays tomorrow. Until then, let's cash some tickets.